welcome to Audiotree Live. Today is July 24th, 2019, and on this Thursday afternoon, we're excited to have Angie McMahon with us in the studio. Let's hear some music.
This first song is called Push. I'll say our goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'll say our goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'll say our goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'll save us some time. I've never been good at hiding my feelings from my face. I let you take the lead. Now I'm all dressed up with no place to go. And if I had dignity, I put it down right when we began. But I've got back my pride. Oh, lover, you let me so close to the line. Push me further and further. I'll save us the time. If you're gonna push me over, I'll do it. I will say our goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'll save us some time. She'll just give her face to the hole that I dug in this stupid minefield where I tried to plant my love, plant my love. Oh, lover, you let me so close to the line. Push me further and further. I'll save us the time. If you're gonna push me over, I'll do it. I will say our goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'll save us some time. Push me over the line, and I'll save us some time. Push me over the line, and I'll save us some time. I'll save us some time. I'll say our goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'll save us some time. Thanks. The next song I'm going to play is called Stand Out. You don't have room for me that I can understand, but you don't have words for me. Even though you're a rambling man, darling, why are you acting like it was just pretend and holding your head so high at the end? I felt it all change today. I felt this mess come undone. I was hoping you'd try to say something with a little bit of love, 'cause you were a standout, and I'm sleeping alone now. You were a standout, now I'm sleeping, now I'm sleeping. Well, I brought time with me when I landed back home in the heat. You forgot to be kind to me, and we've never had air that was clean. Oh, I'm the one responsible for half of the shit that went on, and the way that we kept in touch for so long. And I felt it all change today. I still let my dress come undone. I was hoping you'd try to say something with a little bit of love, like you were a standout, and I'll be sleeping alone now. You were a standout, now I'm sleeping, now I'm sleeping. I don't want someone, I don't want someone, I don't want someone, I don't want someone, but I'll do it. I don't want someone, I don't want someone, I wanted you. I don't want someone, I don't want someone, I don't want someone, I don't want someone, but I'll do it. I don't want someone, I don't want someone, I wanted it. I wanted you, yeah. I wanted you, yeah. I wanted you, yeah, yeah. I wanted you, yeah. I wanted you, yeah. I wanted you, I wanted you, I wanted you, I wanted you, I wanted you.
You're watching Angie McMahon on Audiotree Live. Thanks to our viewers for tuning in, and thanks to you for being all the way from Australia, right? And a few cities in between. So you released an EP in 2019, aptly named A Couple of Songs. And you're playing some of those songs today, and they'll also be on your forthcoming record, Salt,
Yeah.
releasing in just 2 days.
Yes,
Right?
Friday. Yeah.
July
I don't remember what day it was.
26th. So I had to ask what your creative routine was for the making of Salt.
It was like a long process from start to finish of the record. The songs themselves are a collection of everything that I've written basically up to this point in my life that I felt like was good enough to put on an album. And then most of the record was recorded and produced with my bass player Alex, who was playing in my band and was kind of like, yeah, I think I'm the person to work on these songs with you. And so we did some of it in my house, all of it in Melbourne or like around Melbourne, some in studios, some of it we went to a scout hall, like an Airbnb that we rented for a week, and we went and put all our gear in there and finished recording the record. And then in between touring, we mixed it together. Well, Alex mixed it, and I sat there just like, good.
Good.
I don't like that. I like that. And that it took us like months to make it because we were figuring out how to do it, and we were doing it on our own budget, and we were doing it in between touring and stuff. And then we finished that process about a year ago. And so the record was done, and then all of the decisions as to how we were going to put it out and like what it was going to look like and all of that stuff happened slowly. And we met Jewel Tone, our American label, and so it took us a while to pull it all together, and that was kind of the process of making it. Creatively, I guess all along the way I was trying to make decisions that felt instinctive and genuine to myself, and like not too ambitious, I guess, production-wise or visual-wise, because I wanted it to be my first record to be very like raw and intimate, I guess. So that's
Well, I mean, it's a testament to playing solo today. The songs all stand very well on their own.
You've only heard 2 of them so far.
Well, we got more that we're going to hear too. And they're all very personal. So the next song you're going to play, actually, And I Am a Woman.
Yeah.
Tell me about sort of the important message behind this song.
Well, this one is my favorite on the record. It was the one that I wrote last, so it's kind of, I feel like it's the most representative of me as a more grown person, I guess, and it's about a lot of things, but it's about the experience, I guess, of being a woman or of being someone who has intense, like, traumatic or social, like, sensitivity, like, hard situations that you try to explain to other people and you feel like you can't express how frustrated or angry those things make you because you're just trying to get the story across. And then it sort of came from this conversation I was having about gender equality with someone, and I was feeling all of this frustration and I just couldn't express it. And it was about bodies and about being in like gig spaces and having people grope you and that kind of thing. And we were just on such different pages about how the world should be, I guess, and how I want the world to be. And so the song came from that. It came from a really frustrated place of just like wanting the pain that sometimes comes with being a woman, well, often all the time comes with being a woman, to be really like obvious and open and just like raw. I just wanted to like yell, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear it.
Cool. The other night I explained as we drove along that I don't like the man who sings this song. I have heard him referring to girls as if they are gay. And you and I have been going together for a while, but you were alone every time you came. And you are in my home now, and I am a woman. I want to get dirty now that I've got clean. And when I am bleeding, I don't feel like speaking. I'm not your teacher, nearly fell over during singing that. The next song I'm going to play is called Soon. This one's the oldest one. Well, the first one that I wrote.
Was this one on the EP, a couple of songs?
I don't think so.
Okay, so standalone track.
Yeah, I think it's the second song on the record.
Awesome. Whenever you're ready.
Thanks. I can't let you sweep me off my feet just yet. When they've only just landed firm on the ground, and I'm so tired of being messed around. You've watched me shift my shape and fall into this mess. Maybe you could wait for me, I'll do my best to get out of this dreary place. I'll have to face this loneliness. I've been hiding my tears from my mother, and she and my father still love together. See, I'd like to have real love someday, and I'd like to get past this heartbreak. So well, I feel like I'm living when I smell of cigarette smoke. Rich and bitter, and yesterday I couldn't stop remembering him. Oh, what a waste of breath and time. I've been hiding my tears from my mother, and she and my father still love together. See, I'd like to have real love someday, and I'd like to get past this heartbreak. So I'd like to have real love someday, and I'd like to get past this heartbreak soon.
This is Angie McMahon on Audiotree Live. So Salt, the name of the upcoming release, is actually not a track on the record. And I always wonder and imagine for artists how difficult it must be to come up with one word or sort of a phrase that embodies your collection. So can you tell me a little bit about the decision to name it Salt?
Yeah, it's funny, like, it was the word that I always wanted to call the record, but it doesn't appear anywhere in any of the lyrics or anything. It's a metaphor, but there's a few layers to it, and it's sort of about the feeling and what the remainder of the experiences, like what's left behind is the songs, and it's sort of like when salt is all that's left behind when water evaporates, and it's such an important element, or a mineral, but it's such an important element of like cleaning, and it's also something that stings, and it's something that's in tears, and like it's just, to me, it's about balance, and I like the idea of living a balanced life, and that's kind of what I would like to remind myself of. So that's kind of what it means to me. It's like the songs are what they are, and there's good and bad and happy and sad in them, and if you have too much salt in something, it doesn't taste good, but if you don't have enough, it doesn't taste good.
Yeah, no, that's very true. Yeah. You also have a song called Pasta on the record. And I was listening to that this morning, and I feel like it's kind of a sort of an introvert anthem for introverts everywhere. Would you say that you're an introvert?
Yeah, totally. It's something I never thought about too much until I started touring and meeting a lot of people and being around people all the time, traveling and all of that stuff, and it became very, very present in my mind that I needed a fair bit of time on my own. And looking back on my life before I started touring and stuff, that's always what I've done, is just spent a whole lot of time on my own, and now I'm like, oh, that's not what it's like when you get out in the real world. So it's really good to make time for that. And definitely I see a lot of myself in that song and in the songs. When I really look into them, I'm like, oh, I'm an introverted person.
How do you recharge on the road?
Noise cancelling headphones.
That's key. Yeah. Yep.
And just like going outside, going for a walk, having a nap when I can. But it's tricky because you don't want to come across as rude when you need a recharge.
Right.
I guess I'm trying to balance that as well.
Yeah, well, it's hard because there's a stigma associated with being an introvert, whereas if you're an extrovert, no one says anything, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Have you heard of a book called Quiet by
I
Susan
have.
Cain?
I've read it.
Isn't it amazing?
It's a great book.
It saw so much of myself in that book, and it made all of those introverted things feel okay. But
yes.
Anyone listening should definitely check it out.
You should definitely read it. It normalizes being an introvert.
It does.
Well, we're going to hear Pasta last, but you have another song before that. So
yes.
let's hear that song.
Keeping Time. Or at least I'm learning how to. I'm taking flight, or at least I'm just about to. And all the ways we can bruise are used to us. All the things I've burnt, I've learned their cost. And all these cracks in me, all the cracks in me. By the ignition, waiting for a command. Yeah, girl, I'm tired of your wishing and waiting. It's done me harm. Ooh, I've done me harm. I was sinking in to a lost like it was water. Always juggling something I could not afford to. But I want someone who doesn't mind it when I stare. I want someone who's funny looking when they dance. I wanna dance with them. I wanna dance with them. By the ignition, waiting for a command. Young girl, I'm tired of your wishing and waiting. It's done me harm. I want the time to pass, so I'm speeding down the road. Yeah, and this one's pasta. Thanks for having me. This has been so fun.
Thanks so much.
Cool. My bedroom is a disaster. My dog has got kidney failure. I've been sitting at the bar too much, kissing people in my head and saying rubbish things I should not have said. And they're building things outside my window. Everywhere I look there are signposts. But I just sit in my house making noise for fun. And I'm not moving much or proving much to anyone. No. I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost for a while. And I'm feeling tired. I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost for a while. And I spent so much time eating pasta, although I am probably allergic and other people seem to move so much faster. I wonder why I'm feeling lonely when there's plenty of ways to be alone. I guess I spent all of yesterday on my phone. I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost for a while. And I'm feeling tired. I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost, I've been lost for a while.
You're watching Audiotree Live with Angie McMahon. Thank you so much for stopping in and playing some music for us.
Thank you for having me.
For those watching in the States and in Chicago, you can catch Angie on tour this November with Hosier. She'll be back in the Windy City on November 3rd at Chicago Theater. We also want to thank everyone in the studio today, the sound engineers, the camera crew for hooking it up, and to you, our viewers. You can support Angie by downloading the session when it comes out in just a few short weeks, checking it out on Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes, Bandcamp, and anywhere else you can stream or purchase music. So stay tuned to Angie's social media as well as ours for those links. And from all of us here at Audiotree, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.
All right, so you guys want to do it for real now?